Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome. A very warm welcome to today's uh, live mock test discussion. How was the test? I hope the test was good. Uh, Good questions. Biology. First question starts from biology GS. I hope I am being audible and visible, everyone. Am I audible and visible? Can we just get a yes so that I'll proceed with the test discussion? Okay, so let us proceed. Before that, we'd just like to show you a very good feature of super practice tests, which you can try on the this thing. And then here in this, we have feedback and results also. So you can try level wise tests in super practice. There are levels. You can open a test and you can start the test for reasoning, then level 1, level 2, level 3. And then there are past year questions also. Correct. So this is with the super practice test, which you get with Oliveboard. Then there are speed improvement and revision tests also. This is a very good thing I would like to suggest, since if you want to practice at various, then there is a revision test also. So when you are revising, same, there are topic wise economy, polity, modern history, ancient, medieval, everything, modern, geography, all the topic wise tests are there. Please take time and utilize this feature. Okay, so let us start with today's test then. Okay, we'll start. Okay, okay. So first question, we had to match the phylum with the correct, matching the phylum. So which one was correct? So Platyhelminthes. So Platyhelminthes is associated with Dugacia, right? Dugacia, correct? No. Then we have Nematoda. Nematoda ascaris. You have to remember this, right? Nematoda is ascaris. Then we have third, Annelida is associated with Hirudinania, and Arthropoda is associated with crustaceans. So this was the match 3 column, correct? These four were asked. Please have a look. Porifera, sponges, Cinderia, jellyfish. Examples are there. Every phylum example is there. You can have a look. Platyhelminthes, planarians, nematoda, roundworms, Annelida, earthworm, Arthropoda, insects, correct? Mollusks, snails. Very important topic. Quite confusing and tough to remember. Mollusca is snails. Echinodermata is starfish. Chordata is humans. So please remember at least this one. So you have to remember by heart. Chordata is Homo sapiens, humans. Okay. Chalo. Let us proceed to next one then. Consider the following statements regarding the flow of energy in ecosystem. There is unidirectional flow of energy in those ecosystem. Is this right? Yes, obviously there is unidirectional. It glows in a certain direction upwards to the food chain. Ecosystems need constant supply of energy and to keep the biogeochemical cycle active. So obviously energy is needed, or else how they'll do that, right? Sun is the only source of energy of all the ecosystems. Is it so? Is is the only energy? What was your answer on this? No, sun is not the only energy. So only 1 and 2 are correct. Correct? There is also called deep sea hydrothermal ecosystem. That is how the ocean's productivity come along. That's how marine organisms survive. Deep sea hydrothermal ecosystem, where primary source is from the heat of the magma. Volcanic eruptions, undersea volcanic eruptions are there. Certain bacteria synthesis this heat and energy and they produce food. Okay, so sun is not the only energy. Okay, next. Jharia coalfield is specially known for producing which type of coal? Jharia. Which one? Guess. Easy one. This was an easy one. Come on. Coking coal. Correct. So it was bituminous. Coking is also bituminous. So we have categories. Like we have All India rank 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly, we have anthracite, which is All India rank 1. Anthracite, highest carbon content, calorific value, correct? But in India, very limited amount, correct? Then we have lignite, AIR2. It has high moisture content but lower calorific value compared to anthracite. Where it is available? Neyveli, Tamil Nadu. Neyveli, Tamil Nadu. Then we have in Raniganj in West Bengal. Okay, so and it is one of the oldest oldest coal fields. Correct. Then we have Bokaro and Girdi. Bokaro is in Jharkhand, right? These coal fields are associated with coking coal, and then we have thermal power plants. So please remember, anthracite is all India rank 1. Correct? Best coal. Next is bituminous, then lignite, then peat. Next. Which was original name of Red Fort built by Shah Jahan in Delhi? So tell me, which was the original name? Quick, come on. Quick, quick, quick. What was the original name? Kila-e Mubarak. So Kila-e Mubarak, so it was in Shah Jahanabad, which was built by Shah Jahan. Red Fort was constructed there. There are few structures inside this. They are Diwan-e-Aam, that is Hall of Public Attendance, and Diwan-e-Khas, Hall of Private Audience. Jama Masjid is there, which was commissioned by Shah Jahan. Taj Mahal, again we know. Please remember, during the time of Shah Jahan, Mughal architecture was at its peak. Okay, so just like that, you can remember Kila-e-Mubarak, Shah Jahan, Red Fort. Now, how will you remember? Simple trick. I give tricks, simple tricks. Red Fort is where 15th August ko Prime Minister gives the speech. So you will say Mubarak, no? Independence Day Mubarak ho. So Red Fort, Kila-e-Mubarak. Okay, next. Arrange the following hills from south to north. If you would have read it ulta, you would have done ulta. So south to north. So south, which is the southernmost? Mizo Hills. Then Naga Hills, then Patkaibam. Am I right? So Mizo, Naga, Patkaibam. This is the orientation. Okay, then there are other hills also. Please, I'm giving you again a trick. Take a trick from me. Above Patkaibam, there are 4 hills which are important. So from west to east, you will remember DMAM. DMAM. Dafla, Miri, Abhor, Mishmi. Dafla, Miri, Abhor, Mishmi. DMAM. Okay, simple. Chalo. Next. Final goods. The question was on final goods. It is the item that is meant for final use and will not pass through any more stages of production. Okay, this is exactly the definition of final goods that is given. Correct? It is a definition of final goods. The total production of final goods can either be in the form of consumption or investment. So what do you think? Which of the following statement was correct? Which is correct? Both are correct. Okay, final goods is just like this t-shirt which I am wearing or the specs which I am wearing. It will not go any more further production. It has already went through all the formation, production, everything. This is a final use. So it is either I'm consuming it or I'm investing it. Two things will happen. Okay, good enough. Next. Under the permanent settlement, zamindari, what was the consequence if a zamindar failed to pay the fixed revenue? So zamindari system was started by Lord Cornwallis, correct? Lord Cornwallis. Now how to remember this? Simple. Again, trick. Very simple trick. How to remember this? I have a friend. I have a friend whom when I ask what is your favorite food? What is your favorite food? So what he will say? Always he will say corn. Permanent answer is corn. Cornwallis. Okay. So what would happen if he will not give revenue on time? What would happen? The estate could auction. The state could be auctioned. The Britishers will have it. Okay. So sunset law, Cornwallis in Bengal it was brought. So please remember, permanent answer is corn. He loves to eat corn. So zamindari is Cornwallis. Other two systems were Mahalwari and Rayatwari. Okay. Next. Plastids contain chlorophyll and carotenoid pigments responsible for trapping light energy. are called, what are these called? Bio. What are these called? Quick. What are these called? Am I audible? I hope I am being audible. So these are called what? Chloroplasts. Am I right? These are called chloroplasts. Please remember. Just a moment. Okay. Chalo, next. Then we have, so please remember chloroplast contain chlorophyll, pigments which are responsible for trapping light. Chromoplast is fat soluble carotenoid pigment. Chromo is different, chloro is different. Okay. Leucoplast is responsible for nutrients. Plastid storing nutrients. Leucoplast. Okay. So it is chloroplast, which is chloro. So chlorophyll. Chloroplast, chlorophyll. This was easy. To be honest, this was an easy question, right? Next. Next, we have which of the following is statement is correct about sex ratio as per census 2011. So in 2011, the sex ratio at all India level was for our rural and urban was 949 and 929 respectively. Okay. Sex ratio 0 to 19 age group was 908, while that of 60 plus was 1033. Sex ratio was highest in Kerala, followed by Puducherry, and lowest in Daman and Diu. Lowest in Daman and Diu. What do you think? Which one is the correct one? I hope I am being audible and I hope I am being yeah, okay. Good. Chalo, continue. So, which one of the following statement are correct? All are correct. In 2011, what is sex ratio? Number of males per thousand males. Sorry, number of females per thousand males. Correct? Number of females per thousand males. So it is correct. During the time 2011, the ratio all India level was 943, rural 949, urban 929. Okay. Age group 0 to 9, 908, and beyond 60, it was 1033. Highest was Kerala. Okay, so you have to study the census data also. Over the last 60 years, sex ratio in Andaman Nicobar is 40.16%, correct? And Assam 10.34 and West Bengal 9.82. Improvement. That is the improvement we are talking about. Okay, next. Next, we have which of the following are correct? Salman Rushdie's novel Midnight Children was awarded Booker Prize. R.K. Narayan is the author for critically acclaimed novel Train to Pakistan. Which of the following statement is correct? Which one is correct? Tao, no idea. First one is correct, second one is not correct because it was written by Khushwant Singh. The second one is written by Khushwant Singh. R.K. Narayan has written Malgudi Days. R.K. Narayan has written Malgudi Days. That is different. Swami and Friends. If you have remember, it was a very nice serial which used to come. Correct? Town of Malgudi with Swami and Friends. 1947, Khushwant Singh wrote Train to Pakistan. Next. Given below are the statements, assertion and reasoning. Assertion says 2026, hill area around the Kalinjar Fort in Banda district was officially declared a National Geo-Heritage Site by the Geographical Survey of India due to the presence of Epartian unconformity. Now, what is this, sir? We'll see. Okay, no need to panic. Then, site feature nearly 2.5 billion year old Bundelkhand granite directly overlain by 1.2 billion year old Camor sandstone, preserving a geological gap of 1 billion years in the Earth's history. Imagine how much important it is. Correct? Kalinjar Fort redevelopment was there in the news, current affairs. This is from current affairs. So which is correct? A and R both are true and R is the correct explanation. So please remember the time scale which is there. So that 2.5 billion year old Bundelkhand granite is overlain by 1.2 billion year old Kaimur sandstone in Kalinjar. Okay. Next, which article of the Constitution immunes the Member of Parliament from the liability to any proceedings in the court in respect of anything said or vote given by him? Which one? What do you think is correct here? Article? Which one? So it is 105, 105. It gives immunity to the Member of Parliaments or any committee thereof. Vote given by him or any committee also. So he is not liable. Easy. 105 article, will you remember? Are we good? I hope we are going good. Everyone, just a moment. Okay. So, yeah, next. Who was the first Indian athlete to win individual Olympic silver medal? The question was asking silver medal. Who was it? Who was it? Silver medal. It is Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore. Abhinav Bindra won the first gold. Rajyavardhan won the first silver. Vijay Kumar won the first bronze. Okay, in 10-meter air rifle shooting. Abhinav Bindra shooting. Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore again shooting. So we are talking about shooting gold, silver, and bronze. So the question was asking individual Olympic silver medal. So it was Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore and Gagan Narang also for. Please remember this. Okay, next. Directive principle of state policy is classified into how many categories? This was a Halua question. This question was what I would say is Payasam. Payasam. Why? How many of them? Three. Correct? Socialist, Gandhian, and liberal intellectual. Socialist, Gandhian, and liberal intellectual. I hope I am being audible and visible. Gandhian and okay. Just I am not able. Actually, I'm not able to see this thing. I hope I am being audible and visible. Okay. Chalo. Yes. Next we have writ jurisdiction of High Court is wider than Supreme Court. Okay. Correct. Writ jurisdiction of High Court is wider than Supreme Court. Why? Okay, first let us see the answer. The original jurisdiction of High Court is wider than its appellate jurisdiction. No. So only one is correct. High Court can issue writs on any matter, but Supreme Court can issue writs only on fundamental rights. Okay? Only on fundamental rights, enforcement of FRs. Okay? Appellate jurisdiction of High Court involves both criminal and civil matters. That is why it is more wider. Are we clear with this? I hope I am being simple, straight, like we are getting the points. Okay, shall we move ahead? Chalo. Please remember, writ jurisdiction means where they can issue writs. Now, what are writs? Habeas corpus, certiorari, mandamus, quo warranto. Correct? These are some of the writs. You should know the meaning of writs also. Compulsorily, you should know the meaning of the writs. Okay. Any issues? Any doubts? Okay. Next. Abhinay Darpan is related to which of the following dance forms? So Abhinay Darpan is related to which dance form? Which dance form? Quick. Which dance form? It is Bharatnatyam. Abhinay Darpan is related to Bharatnatyam. Several texts beginning with Bharat Muni's Natya Shastra. Now who wrote Natya Shastra? It is Bharat Muni. Okay, Bharat Muni. Please remember, Abhinay Darpan is by Nandikeshwar. Abhinay Darpan is by Nandikeshwar. Are we good? All good? Okay. Any issues, please put in chat. If you face any issues related to this thing, please put in chat. Next. In the traditional Teratali folk dance of Rajasthan, female performers play rhythmically by striking 13 metallic dash tied to different parts of their body, predominantly along their legs using handled pairs. What is that metallic thing? What is that which they strike during the dance? So these are cymbals, manjira. Okay, brass pots are there, chari or bhawai. Cymbals are the teratali. Is performed by Kamada tribe. Dancers tie 13 district brass manjiras and they strike them during the dance. So please remember this dance form is related to Rajasthan. Very, very important. Often it is asked in the exam, these dance forms and all. You should know, you should remember by heart. Okay, done? Okay, chalo. Next. Which of the following is correct about fundamental rights? I hope, okay, everything good? Okay, all good? Okay. So it can be restricted in national emergency except 20 and 21 article. It is justiciable. It is taken from the Constitution of USA. What do you think was the answer for this? What was the answer for this? One of the simplest question, no? All of them are right. Correct? Article 12 to 35, Part 3 of the Constitution is fundamental rights. Correct? These are rights to equality, freedom of religion, expression against discrimination, protection, all those things. Correct? Now, they are justiciable? Yes. That is what they are enforceable by courts. Are the DPSPs enforceable by courts? No. Are the fundamental duties enforceable by courts? No. Okay. They are being taken from the Constitution of USA. Please remember this. Very, very important. Okay. Shall we go ahead then? Very easy question it was. Next. Which among the following national income is basis for government's calculation for budget? Now, which of the following government will see for the calculation of budget? The question is not asking what is national income. Please carefully read the question. Okay. So which one is it? Tell quickly. Which one is it? Quick, quick. Very easy question. GDP. Nominal GDP. Correct? The nominal GDP is the base of all fiscal calculations in the country. Why? Why government is using nominal GDP? Because it is at the current prices. Nominal GDP is at the current live prices. That is why, because they can't calculate going back to the base year, no? Easy. Sharp divergence in nominal GDP growth rate, it will upset all the calculations in the economy. Okay, easy. So please remember, it is nominal GDP. Next, with reference to Niti Aayog's Investment Friendliness Index 2026. Now the question can come again in a twisted form. Who releases Investment Friendliness Index? Correct? So please be careful. Whenever you're studying GK or for that matter any subject, please try to frame the questions in your mind. Which type of questions can be framed from this? Like that, you will expand your zone of influence. Correct? Which of the following is not one of the core pillars evaluated across the investment life cycle as highlighted in the report? Not one of the core pillars. So there are some pillars, parameters on which investment friendliness index is released. Which is that? So that is defense manufacturing capability. That is not included. 84 indicators are there. Correct. Now, why this is important? This report is important because it is first ever. Niti Aayog has released it for the first ever. What will happen, there will be options like SEBI, RBI, because investment is there, no? So you will think investment means pakka it will be RBI or SEBI. It is Niti Aayog. Okay. 84 indicators are there. The top state was Gujarat because of its gift city and all. Second was Maharashtra. Third was Tamil Nadu. So how will you remember these states? Again, a mnemonic trick. GMT for investment friendliness index. The top performers are GMT. Gujarat, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu. Okay. Are we going good? Are we going good? Okay. Next. Just a moment. All good. ठीक है चलो next we have now just one more thing. Key factors which Gujarat got the first prize was because of its Dholera SIR and gift city. Okay. Single window clearance mechanism via the Industrial Extension Bureau. Some these are the stats because of which Gujarat got the first rank. Naujawan Bharat Sabha is associated with. Again, I would like to say an easy question from modern history. Naujawan Bharat Sabha. Who was Naujawan among these? Obviously, everyone was Naujawan, but most famous Naujawan? Bhagat Singh. Correct? So it was Bhagat Singh and his revolutionary companions. They made it in 1926 in Amritsar district of Punjab. What it was basically a what revolutionary organization. Revolutionary. Okay. So Bhagat Singh was also related to HSRA, Hindustan Socialist Republican Association, which was one of the founding members of HSRA was Chandrasekhar Azad. Okay. Next. In Todermal's Dahsala Zabt system, land revenue demand was generally fixed on the basis of, tell me, what are the options? How did you solve this question? Suppose you don't know this question, correct? It is possible we don't know. Then how did you solve it? I'll tell you a trick, a smart trick, how to remember this. So, Dah Sala, Dah is usually 10 and Sal is year. 10 year, the Sala. Now let us see if there is any 10 year in the options. Annual bidding for revenue farms? No. Share of actual harvested? No. Average produce and prevailing prices of previous 10 years. The Sala. The answer is C. Average produce and prevailing prices of 10 years. Got it? So this is how sometimes presence of mind works better than knowledge. Okay, so the Hazala was a sub-Zabt system, Zabt, which was started by under Akbar. Okay, it was started by Todarmal, in which revenue management was there. Todarmal created the procedure of measuring land. Correct, it was measured in Bigha. The measurement was Bigha. Still, that Bigha is used. Correct. There were other modes of assessment like Batai, crop sharing, and Kankat. So Kankat and Batai, please remember they are land sharing measurements procedures. Okay. Amil was revenue officer and Kanungo was record keeper. Please remember, question I have been asked on this previously. Amil is revenue officer, Kanungo is keeper of records. Then next, which among the following is the author of Dash Kumar Charit? Dash Kumar Charit. Which of the following? Who is the author of Dash Kumar Charit? Dash Kumar Charit is actually a story of 10 kings. Okay, again see Dash. Dahsala, 10 years. Dash, 10. Kumar Charit, 10 king story. Who wrote this? Dandin. So Dandin was a highly influential 7th to 8th century Sanskrit grammarian. Dash Kumar Charit is the most famous work. It is a story narrated by 10 young princes who are separated and embark on individual journey. He also wrote Kavya Darsh, Mirror of Poetry, Kavya Darsh. Okay, it is poetry and literary aesthetics. Dandin. So please remember, Dandin wrote Dash Kumar Charit and Kavya Darsh. Next we have, which of the following correctly describes one joule of work? Very simple question. If you know like basics, if you're revising, if you're revising GS, then it's good. Then it's a easy question. What is it? Tell me. Which one? Which one? So when I do one, I apply force of 1 Newton to move an object by 1 meter. Suppose this phone is there. I apply a joule of 1 Newton and I move it by 1 meter. I apply a force of 1 Newton and it moves by 1 meter. It is 1 joule of work is said to be done. Okay, so it is just basic. If you remember the formula also, you can do it. Are we clear? Hope we are clear. Chalo. Next, the last question for today. Which of the following were the reforms made in public sector in new economic policy of 91? LPG. Do you remember? If you remember LPG, this question was very easy. Because in 1991 only, PV Narasimha Rao, Dr. Manmohan Singh brought this. Increasing in the number of reserved sectors? No, private sectors. First statement only wrong. If first statement is wrong, you got your answer immediately. There is not even no need to read the next two options. Correct? So new industrial policy opened up the sectors. There were more private sectors, not reserved sectors. Okay? Deregulation was done. License Raj was finished. Privatization was encouraged. Correct? And government has been shelling shares of PSU to public and financial institutions. So PPP projects were there. Am I right? So friends, this was all about this time mocks GS section, GK section. Very interesting test, I would like to say. Please try it. Please revise the tests and please never leave hope. Keep fighting. You know, efforts never go waste. You might score good in one test, you might score bad in another test. Pretty fine. No issues, but never give up. Determination will take you to places where discipline can't, okay, or where dedication can't. So, determination is the most important thing. Discipline and dedication. Okay, everyone, we'll meet in the next class, next time in the next mock.